Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, we're chatting with a Seattle couple who retired and now travels the world to be extras in movies and TV shows. They're talking all about being in Bad Bunny's new music video.
And we're getting a closer look at The Little Mermaid being released, what new things you can expect to see in live action.
And Barking Frog at Willow's Lodge is showing us how to make signature vegan dishes with Equilibrium fresh farm vegetables.
Then Altitude Sky Lounge is dishing up delicious cheese dips and drinks. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Oh, hello there. We're so happy that you're here with us on this Thursday. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Carly Henderson. And get this, today is National Taylor Day, so we gotta give a shout out to our girl. Taylor Swift's song Cruel Summer actually hit 500 million Spotify streams. It's her 19th song to do it. Wow. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Favorite is, that's hard to say, but you know, I've really been listening to Bigger Than the Whole Sky a lot. Which is such a sad song, but it really gets you in the feels. And I actually was listening to it this morning while I was putting my makeup on.
Really?
I had to stop because it always makes me cry.
That's so interesting. Mireya, we are like on such a weird parallel because I listened to the 10-minute version of All Too Well this morning on my drive to work. It's just on my like favorite Taylor Swift songs playlist. And I was like screaming it and I was in a good mood, but I just, oh my gosh, the songwriting is just impeccable.
Yeah.
But my favorite is probably Antihero. I just love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I listen to it all the time. All right, we are learning new details about the Little Mermaid live action movie hitting theaters in May. You can expect to hear new songs and some changes to the originals, which people might have some feelings about. So the original film's composer, Alan Kenkin, and Lin-Manuel Miranda say that new songs include For the First Time and Wild Uncharted Waters. Those are the names. According to Vanity Fair, original songs like Kiss the Girl and Poor Unfortunate Souls will be having some changes. So Menken says that there are lyric changes to Kiss the Girl because people have gotten a little sensitive to the idea that Prince Eric would force himself on Ariel. Now the live action movie's soundtrack is available on May 19th, ahead of the movie's premiere on May 26th. Interesting, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm all for being a little bit more sensitive, but that's not how I read Kiss the Girl. I really liked that song as a kid.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, all the sea creatures are like trying to whisper this idea.
Like, just do
Like
it.
a
just kiss her.
romance.
Just kiss her.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. I think though that like Poor Unfortunate Souls, I went back and watched that one, and it's like, it's Ursula who's a villain who's saying villainous things to Ariel. So it's basically like, people don't care what you sound like. She's trying to steal her voice. She's like, people don't care what you sound like. They just want to see you on the shore, like making it seem like women are only their looks. And I get that that's not what we want to be promoting, but also she's a bad person. And I feel like we all know that in the film. So I don't know. I'll just say Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius, creative, visionary. And so anything that he touches is going to be wonderful. So I'm sure that they will not just make it overly PC. I'm sure they'll put like a clever, fun twist on it.
I hope so. I won't miss the songs though. I mean, I hope that we get a version of them.
I'm hoping
for
they just get like a different like couple lines in them, but it's the same general idea.
I think I like that. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be great. We'll have to see. And we're also getting our first official look at Lady Gaga as supervillain Harley Quinn. So director Todd Phillips sharing this picture of Gaga along with a shot of Joaquin Phoenix to celebrate the filming of the Joker sequel. It's called Joker Folie à Deux. It is hitting theaters October of 2024, so we're gonna have to wait a little longer. She looks incredible here, obviously. She's really been making a name for herself as an actress, and I'm excited to see what this looks like. It seems like it screams Gaga for sure.
Oh yeah, her intensity is perfect for this film. I'm just sad we have to wait so long to see it. That's like a year and a half away, and I'm not trying to rush time here. I want to just enjoy life, but I really can't wait to see this film. It's fun to see the little behind the scenes clips too as they're popping out. I know you can search on TikTok like Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn, kiss, and you see her like filming the scene where she like kisses somebody and says a line from the movie. movie. So it's fun to at least get those like behind the scenes tidbits, and it makes me feel even more excited about the film for when it comes out. Okay, let's talk about J-Lo. So Jennifer Lopez getting a little bit of heat right now over her new alcohol brand. So the brand is called DeLola, and it features bottled cocktail spritzers. And fans are upset because Lopez has been outspoken about not drinking alcohol herself. So in the past, she's attributed her stunning looks to living a dry lifestyle. Do you think that people who don't drink alcohol should be launching alcohol brands?
No, girl. It feels like a serious money grab by J-Lo, which is really shocking to me because, you know, based on the vibe that she's trying to put out there, and I think the things that people definitely believe about her, she doesn't need to be doing this. So it's just kind of a weird decision for me now. Do we know if she never, ever, ever touches alcohol? I mean, she can say whatever she wants. We don't know for sure, but she's certainly curated this personality and this idea that if you behave a certain way or do certain things, maybe your youth will be extended somehow. So her saying, hey, be healthy, eat healthy, don't drink alcohol unless it's my booze is not really feeling right to me.
Oh,
You know?
see, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as like, someone probably said, do you want to make millions or billions of dollars? George Clooney's doing it. Your ex Diddy is doing it. Like, you can make a lot of money from this. And I don't know if she's like opposed to alcohol. She probably just like doesn't partake that much. So I don't really assume that celebrities use their own brands a lot of the time anyway. Like, I don't think that every celebrity uses their makeup brand or their skincare brand or their nail polish brand or their clothing brand. And I feel like even like some female celebrities will make clothes for men and vice versa and that sort of thing. So I guess I just don't ever assume celebrities use their own products anyway. But it is kind of like a weird promotion. Maybe she'll say, I sip from time to time, or like maybe she'll make it a little bit more open, but I don't feel like she's like super opposed to alcohol.
Right. Well, I mean, that's not what she said. She said that she doesn't drink, and that's one of the reasons she feels so good and stays healthy. But I mean, at the end of the day, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. It's silly to think that a celebrity is exclusively using their own product, but knowing that makes it feel like a money grab to me, which gives me the ick.
Well, it probably is. But I feel like that's like most celebrity product lines anyway, right?
I think so. All right, check this out. This is pretty interesting. A new list highlighting the top 10 things that you might be doing to mess up a first date. Let's take a look at the top 5 here, okay? Talking a lot about your exes, sure. Trying to convince your date that you are a very important person. Being rude to servers. Answering phone calls or text messages while you're on the date. And then, of course, showing up late. What do you think?
Yeah, I think these are all horrible things to do. This makes me think, just be present with the person you're with, just be kind to everybody around you, and just be humble.
Yeah.
You know?
I always find it really interesting when somebody is trying to convince me, you know, not on a date, but just in life, how important they are, because to me, that is like an indicator of having really low self-esteem, actually, because I think people who are important don't spend their entire life telling you about it.
Ooh, girl, you'd have a hard time in LA. It is like so wild meeting people there.
Yeah,
and
that's
everyone's
why
just
I
like,
live
here's
here.
my resume. Yeah. You know, once I waited 30 minutes for a guy on a date.
Carly.
Isn't that horrible? I really liked him, and I like knew him a little bit before, like we were friends, and for some reason I sat at the table and waited for 30 minutes for him.
Did you get a text?
He was just like, I'm coming. Like he was like saying he was on his way, but like for a long time after that, I said, why did I sit there and wait? I should have left after 15 minutes.
To be fair to you, Meghan Markle waited 30 minutes for Prince Harry once. He was stuck in traffic, and it seemed to have worked out for them.
That's true.
You know?
So I guess it depends on a case-by-case basis. All right, so now on to a topic that I know ruffles a few feathers, work spouses. So this is a non-romantic but special relationship that you have with a coworker. And the majority of millennials said that absolutely not to their partner having a work spouse. Now, Gen Zers were more on board with the whole idea, with 39% disapproving. Surprisingly, baby boomers were the generation with the highest approval rating for work spouses at about 60%. What do you think, Mireya? How do you feel about work spouses?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the term because I find it disrespectful. But I think, I mean, I'll use it myself jokingly, but I think at the end of the day, especially nowadays, we're really focusing on long-term relationships like marriages as more of a partnership, more of a sort of complete relationship. So having your spouse or your long-term partner have their emotional needs met by somebody else just does not sit right with me. Now, with that said, I think it's fine to have great friends, whether they're the same or opposite sex at work. I think we spend a lot of time at work, especially if you're going to the office. So that's great. But I think we also need to be respectful of the other relationships in our lives.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we need to rebrand it as like work bestie or something,
I like
right?
that. I think so.
Because I'm with you. Like, it makes it more fun while you're at work. I think you just have to talk to your partner. And like, I wouldn't want to seem controlling about it by being like, you can't have a work spouse, because then like they might just not tell you if they have a work spouse. But I would want to communicate like, what's okay? Are you going to lunch just with that person? Maybe like wouldn't be that into that idea. Or are you going to lunch in a big group? Are you texting outside of work? Is that okay or is that not okay? You know, I feel like every couple has their own sort of like agreements, and I would want to be super clear about that too.
And at the end of the day, I mean, my personal mantra is to just treat people the way you would want to be treated. So if it would bother you if your partner is doing what you're doing, maybe it's not cool.
Yeah, my boyfriend used to always say, like, when I'm in a certain situation, I think about if Carly was right here, right now, would she be offended by this or would she be okay with this? And I feel like that's a really good measure of that too.
I think so, absolutely. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. All right, well, this has been a really intense conversation that we've been having.
I know,
and I really appreciate it. Yeah. But there is more to come, still to come on Studio 13 Live. Time to check in with our besties, Jody and Bender.
Yes, they're going to be telling us all about the MTV Movie Award nominations. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another.
Well, it's Thursday, which means it is time to check in with our besties, Jody and Bender, from mornings on 95.7 The Jet.
Hey guys, it's been a whole week since we've seen you in person. We miss you.
Hi guys.
Hi. It's nice to see you in the same screen too.
Yeah, you like our new setup? It's because in typical fashion, things are broken on this end.
This is not a week for technology. I will just say that.
Sorry.
We've all been struggling. Hey, the MTV Movie Award nominations dropped. So what do you have for us on that front?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, of course, this, ow!
Oh no, do you need a Band-Aid?
Dude, look at that. No, I'm all right. I'll power through.
Push through, buddy. Push through.
Thank you for the sound effects, by the way, coming from the TV side.
As his work wife, I need to make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
It's work spouse.
Are your spouses okay with you being work spouses?
Rachel, my wife, doesn't have a problem, and I don't have any issue with anybody in her world.
Yeah.
Who's
Sorry,
supposed to
Jody.
keep him hydrated?
Sorry.
You do what you want, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so the MTV Movie TV Award, that's what they're calling it now. These are the actual shows and movies that we all commoners watch, as opposed to the Academy Awards, and we all see, what, 1 or 2 out of everything nominated?
I see a bunch.
Best movie, Avatar: The Way of Water. Never saw it.
We didn't see it.
Never saw
We're
it.
anti-Avatar.
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick, fantastic movie. Smile, Scream 6,
Love Smile.
Nope, Elvis, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
What do you think?
3 spooky movies. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Top Gun was kind of creepy and spooky.
Just Tom Cruise off camera.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Just kidding.
Dang.
Dude,
Side
Scientology, their
eye.
building is just down the street here on Elliott.
They would
So I'm
like
just
to
letting
speak
you know.
with you.
Oh my gosh.
Best
Interesting.
TV show, Stranger Things, The Last of Us, which is going to win,
We
Yeah,
love
I think so.
It's our favorite.
right? So it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I'll throw in there The White Lotus,
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
White
Carly's favorite, yeah.
Wednesday,
Sure.
Wednesday
Oh,
was
I could
great,
see
too.
Wednesday winning it.
Wolfpack,
I didn't see that.
Yellowstone,
Yeah.
and Yellow Jackets.
Oh, I love
Yellow
Yellow
Jackets is good too.
I feel like Wednesday's
mean-
going to win it.
I'm more excited about the TV side of things, actually, if I'm
too.
honest.
I watch way more TV than movies these days.
That's true.
To be honest.
I mean, The Last of Us, you would think would win unless they can get Kevin Costner in the building, and then they're just going to give it to Yellowstone.
Oh, Yellowstone's so boring, y'all. I can't get with it.
Well, we've done a
let's
little
see.
hating already today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how people are not liking Subway's collaboration with Cadbury eggs for Easter.
Oh.
What is going on
Okay.
here, and is it really that bad?
Well,
There you go.
thank you.
There you go.
The good news is that you don't have to experience this unless you go to England because they're only serving this up in England. But for Easter, Subway is doing Cadbury eggs melted on Italian bread.
Ew.
Oh.
Sound good?
No.
You know what
No.
it reminds me of? Like when you go to like the melting pot or one of those fondue places and you dip bread in chocolate.
I don't do that.
You dip bread in chocolate? You dip fruit
Well,
in
like
chocolate,
fruit,
right?
but then there's sometimes like bread, right? Or is that just with the cheese? Maybe not.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
do
there's
whatever you
chocolate.
want, but
Bread and
I'm not doing
chocolate.
that.
It's like a s'more.
What are you ordering off the menu?
Have I ever dipped bread in chocolate? I mean, bread in, doesn't
What's,
sound
what's
bad.
fondue?
What do you mean, what's fondue?
What's fondue? Exactly. What is fondue? I don't eat it.
It's like cheese on your chicken
I'm
fingers,
chocolate.
Bender.
And you dip stuff in. And there's also fondue that isn't chocolate, right?
Yeah,
Which is
right,
just
right.
like
Cheese
a,
fondue.
Cheese fondue.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't look like something I'd want to order,
fondue?
but I could see it being good if you closed your eyes, you know?
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't
Well,
know.
let's
Are
do,
you guys
let's
digging
do
this
this
one
one real
camera
quick,
deal
guys.
for Jody and I?
I don't like it.
I know. I'm going to stop making fun of you, Bender, and let's do the story real quick. A guy in Texas is accused of pretending to be a cop trying to get to the Megan Thee Stallion show. What is that about?
You know, this is a very easy concept. Not that we condone it, but it's a brilliant way to get you guys into Taylor Swift.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I got my ticket,
I think
man.
we're secured.
This guy was wearing a vest that read Canine Police, and no one questioned it until somebody did, and then he got arrested for impersonating a cop.
Oh,
my
That's so
goodness.
bad. Maybe he should pretend to be a security guard next time.
That
less
is
of a
less
crime.
That's
illegal.
exactly what Jody said.
Well, that's
Really?
what I said. Because if you're a police officer, someone asks you for help and then you're in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
can't
Jody
help
Better,
anybody.
thank you so much for joining us today. We'll catch up with you soon.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. All right, coming up on Studio 13 Live, we are learning how to make delicious vegan dishes with Barking Frog at Willow's Lodge.
Yeah, it includes the Equilibrium fresh farm vegetables, and I can't wait to try it. We'll be back. Oh, hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight some amazing food in our area.
And today we are joined by Executive Chef Dylan Herrick with Barking Frog at Willow's Lodge and Alex Meislish, the founder and farm director at Equilibrium Farms, also known as Farmer Al.
There he is, y'all.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. This is exciting. Yeah. So Barking Frog is partnering with Equilibrium Farms to kind of plant some things that are going to be used in the spring and summer menus. Talk to us all about that kind of farm to table experience and what people can expect.
Yeah, so our menu's designed in a way that we can utilize a bunch of stuff coming off the farm from Alex. We word it very loosely, so it'll just say like shaved spring vegetables. So we
Okay.
can always rotate because we don't know what we're gonna get out of the ground that day and stuff like that. And today we're making a little salad to showcase all the beautiful stuff that's gonna be popping up in spring. We have a little savory flan to go with it. It kind of represents like a cheese in the dish, sort of that sort of element. Then a little broken vinaigrette with some reduced kombucha. Yeah, so excited for it.
You know,
awesome.
as a Latina lady, I'm very familiar with the flan, but I've never tried a savory flan,
savory
so
one?
I'm very excited. Now, I know you guys also have wines, so talk to me a little bit about how you choose the wines for your menu.
We do. Yeah, our wine list is exceptional at the Barking Frog. Worldly, and we focus on a lot of local as well. And so kind of that process is I create the dishes, and my team executes and stuff, and then we have a master somm on property, and then a wine director, and another somm that they'll taste the dishes, and then just kind of figure out what goes with them exactly.
That's awesome. And what are we making today?
Yeah, today it's a salad. It's a Equilibrium showcase salad, really. So
Okay.
we have
Beautiful.
some mixed greens. We have some beautiful sage from Alex, some turnip greens in there, some green garlic. That's the base of the salad. Then I got a bunch of different different shaved vegetables, some celery, beets, carrots, radishes, and the savory flan that's going with it is vegan. The base is coconut milk. It's got some maple syrup in there. Then I mix in some garlic and herbs, and then it's set with kuzu starch, which is a root, and agar-agar, which is a derivative of seaweed.
Cool.
You can get both these things on Amazon, actually, so making it easy for you. Yeah,
That's always good to know where stuff comes from,
exactly.
too.
And you don't have to bake it, actually. So it's just cooked stovetop. So I'll kind of give a little demonstration right now of what goes on with that. So this is the coconut milk and maple syrup that I just combined all together right here.
I love maple syrup.
Yeah. And then you put in your garlic and herbs in there.
Nice.
And then we got the kuzu starch. So this is you mix everything together and you put it over high heat.
Okay.
And you got to stir it constantly as you bring it to a boil. So right here.
So not a walk away situation.
No,
Okay,
no, not
absolutely
at all. So we go 2 tablespoons of the kuzu starch. If you can't get kuzu starch, arrowroot works as well.
Okay.
And cornstarch too.
And what does that do? Just kind of thicken it?
So it thickens it. Yeah,
Thickens
it's kind
it.
of like a gelling agent.
Okay.
So it kind of sets up softer.
Okay.
Than like an agar-agar. So agar-agar is a seaweed derivative, and it sets up pretty hard. So then we put a teaspoon of this guy in there.
Sweet.
I love the copper measuring.
I know.
Yeah.
Makes me want to upgrade my plastic ones
These
that I have
are
at home.
personal. My wife will be happy to see those on TV. And then so all you do, so you whisk continuously on high heat.
Okay.
And you gotta whisk it continuously so it doesn't clump up and stuff like that.
That's a good tip.
And then also what it does is it kind of aerates the mix a little bit too, so you get a little softer texture when it sets up.
Wonderful.
So you go 5 to 7 minutes is how long it'll take to get to a boil. And then once that happens, you set the heat to low, set a timer for 2 minutes, and then stir continuously for that 2 minutes as well.
It'll keep you busy.
This is the hardest part. This is the most time-consuming part of this salad. Okay. And then so once that's done, the 2 minutes are up. You pull it off the heat and you set it into little ramekins. These are little 4-ounce aluminum ramekins right here. And then those you set up in the fridge, and then they just pop out nicely like this. And then I actually went ahead, so I got 2 different iterations of that actually.
Okay.
This is just the flan that's set up. This flan I dehydrated at 170 to remove about 60% of the moisture. So this one eats a little more like cheese. This one will be very
interesting.
familiar flan texture.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got the savory elements in there. Oh, and I didn't forget to mention one thing. There's turnip in here that came from Alex as well. This
beautiful.
Yeah, this beautiful variety called hakuri turnip. So those you just roast and blend up lightly.
Okay.
And then mix it into to this mix.
Sweet. So
Yeah.
we're fast forwarding because that will take a little bit,
Fast forwarding,
right?
that'll take a little bit. And then to actually build the salad, you remove your flans from the mold, put your greens down, garnish with all the vegetables, and then I have this little kombucha reduction.
Love it.
That is a pineapple kombucha that we combine a little bit of Banyuls vinegar with, and agave, and reduce that by about 3/4
Okay.
to make
You
like a
wanna
syrup
put it all
consistency.
together?
Yeah, we'd
and
love
then
to
a little
try it
herb
out.
oil. So I'll build the salads where you guys can talk all things plants.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, beautiful. So one thing that I'd love to hear from both of you is the importance of a good quality vegetable, because I feel like vegans often get a bad rap for not having like a variety of interesting foods, but we can see here today that's absolutely not true.
Yeah.
And I think on my end, the heart of the farm to table is that we can kind of grow a whole smattering of vegetables and pick them at the exact right time and get them to Dylan and the restaurant within an hour of picking. And so we probably grow 30 or 40 different varieties of vegetables and pick at the exact right time. Or if Dylan's got specs, he wants a turnip at one size versus another, we can kind of pick at the exact right time.
That is super
And
fresh.
I think that's where flavor is, right? It's
Yeah.
the flavor kind of commands a certain quality of the
That's
crop.
awesome.
So.
And what's the team like at Equilibrium Farms?
Yeah, we've got right now we've pretty much hired out for the season. We've got 4 or 5 people working on the farm today. We're getting started. It's a little bit cold this spring, so things are taking a little bit more time. But we're gonna be planting these tomorrow, which are beets that I bought. So these will go in the field tomorrow.
Wow.
They're seeded in our greenhouse about.
That's what a beet looks like?
This is what a baby beet looks like. And then
All I ever see is it when it's like
seedling.
red,
Exactly.
ready, right?
When there's an actual root, you see.
We do only have about 30 seconds, so we would love to take a bite of this beautiful
Yes,
savory
yes,
flan.
Yes.
It's so colorful. Look at
Yes.
that.
Boom, boom, boom. It's
Yeah,
like
we'll
a
get it all-
competition.
Get it all on there for you.
I know.
Yes.
And before we try, we just really want to say thank you to you both for coming to visit with us.
Yeah. Here, you got to try the flan for sure.
Yes, for
I'm
sure.
dying to try this one, but you said
And
it's
that's a
similar to
dehydrated one
cheese.
for you.
Okay.
That's the funner one to eat, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. I'll
Hot
take
tip
your
right there.
advice.
Oh, I love it.
So good.
That's
Good,
so
right?
good.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the sauce on it too.
And like a little caramely, is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I would not know how to make myself. So I'm really excited you guys came in. And thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Well, of
This
course,
is absolutely
thanks.
wonderful. I'm gonna swallow. and
yeah,
enjoy. We've got more info on Barking Frog and Equilibrium Farms up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live. And still ahead on Studio 13 Live, we're sitting down with this retired Seattle couple who now travels the world to be extras in movies and TV shows.
Oh my gosh, so fun. Hear about their experiences, especially being in a Bad Bunny video. That's up next.
Hey, welcome back. It is never too late to try something new in life. That's what a lot of people did during the pandemic, including one Seattle couple who retired and became movie and TV show extras.
How amazing is that? You can spot them in the latest Bad Bunny music video. Say what? And they are here to tell us all about their experiences. We welcome Sally Soltner and Damon Rodriguez, who today are the stars, not the extras.
You're the
right?
main characters,
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank
It
you
is
so
nice
much
for a
joining us.
change.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk to us about the inspiration behind making this amazing change in your lives.
In the early
It's all his fault.
yeah. In 2009, I was lucky enough to be in a Jennifer Aniston movie as an extra, and I mentioned it to Sally, and so she went out and found the CD, and we watched it all the way through. You know, every bit of it, and I wasn't on it. I must have been cut on it. So I laughed. She went, oh, and from that point, that was the impetus. And from that point, she started scrolling and finding jobs for us. And the first job that she got for us, I think, was
Sex Lives of College Girls.
Oh, I love that
Right
show.
here in Seattle.
Yeah.
We were
Wow.
season 2.
not our
yeah.
targeted demographic, but
Yeah,
it was
but
a fun. It was
That's
a fun to be part of.
fantastic show.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fun.
Yes.
And I know you've traveled all around the world to do this. What are some of your favorite projects or coolest projects that you've been a part of, and where were they filmed?
Being on Miss Maisel, that was the biggest. Marvelous Miss Maisel, and where we were there, we did a night of Succession, the background
Cool.
of
That's a
big
Succession.
show.
That was cool. We just saw ourselves
Yes.
on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
What were you
was pretty
doing in the
cool.
background for that
We're
one?
walking at night along a sidewalk past the 4 actors
Principal
in front of a
actors.
car, the principal actors, and we got paid for like 12 hours of work for 1 second. You blink an eye, you don't see me.
Oh, you were there all day.
All day
You know?
long.
Yeah.
it
What do you
was
do to like
very
entertain
cool.
yourselves behind the scenes when you're
Oh my
working those long
gosh.
days?
We met some of the most extraordinary people. And
Yeah.
that's been the real perk in the Benny that we didn't anticipate. But wherever we've been, we've met there's the greatest people, actors, entertainers, and people like ourselves that are retired that are doing the same thing.
And we
That's
always spend
amazing.
a couple extra days there. So, like, for example, it was the first time Damon had been to New York City.
Oh,
so,
that was really so cool.
we had
did.
to hit all of the typical iconic places. We did that when I was in the movie White Men Can't Jump.
Huntington Beach.
We went to Huntington Beach, and Damon did a commercial in San Diego. So then on the way up to San Francisco to do another commercial, we were able to stop in Santa Cruz and see the grandkids. So
Oh, cool.
I know, it's
Beautiful.
like combining all kind of adventures. So Extra Chances is more than just being extras in the movies. It's taking all kind of extra adventures and opportunities in life.
Well, I feel like you're going to be inspiring some people to do that
I think
right
so.
now. What's
Yes.
the process like to become
As
extras?
much as we could hope for.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, how I did it, it takes a long time. It was a long process for me to understand. We've developed a website, and we're working on a little guide to help shortcut a lot of people. But we went on casting websites. We developed a resume and shots, and just applied. We submitted to anything and everything we could. And it's just like casting a wide net. You have to apply to a lot of things before 1 or 2 things happen.
That is beautiful. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, you were in Bad Bunny's Ojitos Lindos, so pretty eyes. Talk to us about that process because, I mean, Bad Bunny's a superstar, man.
We didn't realize it, and we were called as they wanted us right away. So we were visiting in Santa Barbara. We raced into LA, changed our clothes to what they wanted us to be. They walked us right in and onto the set. We were there for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and they said, "Thank you very much." We walked out, and I said, Who was this anyway? And they said, Bad Bunny. And I said, Bad Bunny? I'd never heard of it. I've never heard of the guy before. So then we punched him up, found out that he opened for the Grammys this year.
I know, Taylor Swift was dancing with him. It was like, oh my God, he's amazingly large. It's like, it was quite an opportunity.
Wow,
it was fun.
It has been a joy speaking to both of you. Thank you for sharing your experiences with us today.
Our pleasure.
How amazing. Wow. All right, well, don't go anywhere. Up next, we're doing our pop quiz.
Yes, it's when two viewers compete in trivia for some really cool prizes, and we're going to tell you how to get on the fun too. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait.
All right, get your pencil ready. It is time for Pop Quiz. We have two viewers at home competing for a chance to win some prizes.
And we are joined by our trivia host with the most, Brian McMillan. Hey, Brian.
Hi, ladies. It's so good to be back.
Yay.
And we got a fun one today here. We are joined by Destiny from Renton and Yanni from West Seattle. They're both competing for a chance to win McDonald's gift cards. Destiny is going to be with Mireya. And Destiny, you swam with Michael Phelps. How in the world did that happen?
Excuse me.
Yes, when I was in, I think it was 5th grade, Michael Phelps was on a Disney tour with some other Olympians, and they picked a couple kids from the South Seattle community that got to swim with him and some other Olympians.
That's pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
That's so cool. Yanni, you're going to be with Carly here, and Yanni, you're a drummer with Blue Thunder, right? How'd you get involved with that?
Right. Yeah, I first saw them when I was in high school, and I just wanted to join them since then. So I've been doing it since 2018.
That is awesome.
Wow.
That is awesome. Well, here's how this is all going to work. I'm going to ask you each 4 questions. They're all multiple choice, and you're going to have 15 seconds to answer. If you need help, you can ask Carly and Mireya. You can only do it one time only. And today's category is the world.
Easy.
It kind of encapsulates everything, doesn't it?
Anything and everything.
All right, you guys ready? Let's play pop quiz. Here we go. Destiny, this question is for you. Your first question. The Amazon rainforest is located on what continent? Is it A, North America, B, South America, C, Africa, or D, Asia?
I'm gonna go with B.
B is correct. South America is correct.
Nice
Yes.
job.
All right, Yanni, you're up next. What is the tallest mountain in the world? Is it A, Mount Everest, B, Mount Rainier, C, K2, or D, Mount Kilimanjaro?
I'm gonna go with Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is correct. That is right. Yes, Mount Everest.
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
Some smarty pants here.
Yeah, we got 1-1 right now here. Destiny, you're up. Which country has the largest population in the world? Is it A, India, B, the United States, C, China, or D, Russia?
C, China?
C, China is correct.
Wow.
Yes, C, China
Nice.
is correct. All right. We're rolling.
We really are.
rolling. Gotta make them a little harder here.
Some smarties here.
Yanni, what planet is closest to Earth? Is it A, Mars, B, Venus, C, Mercury, or D, Jupiter?
I'm gonna say Mars.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is wrong. It is Venus. I thought it was
Really?
going to be Mars
Me
as well,
too.
but it actually is Venus. Venus is closer than Mars.
You know how I remember it from Saved by the Bell when they go, Mavenschnaps. It was like the little, you know, abbreviation for it.
Yanni, you're still in it. Don't you worry here. So Destiny with 2, Yanni with 1. All right, question 5 here. This is for Destiny. Which is the world's largest ocean? Is it A, the Atlantic Ocean, B, the Pacific Ocean, C, the Indian Ocean, or D, the Arctic Ocean?
Can I get help on this one?
Yes, you sure can.
I think it's Pacific, but I would not swear to it.
You think it's the Pacific? What makes you think it's the Pacific Ocean?
Vibes.
Vibes. The vibes. On a map, it looks pretty big, right?
It does. It does.
It looks pretty big. All right, so Destiny, what's your answer?
I'm gonna go with B, Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I felt the
Good,
vibe.
Mireya.
Great job.
All right, Yanni, here you go. How many time zones does Russia have? Is it A, 1, B, 5, C, 8, or D, 11?
Can I use a lifeline on this one?
Yes, you can. Yeah, Carly.
Also, not super confident, but Russia's massive, so it has to be more than one.
Right.
And I can't imagine it having 11, so I'm gonna say 5. That would be my guess.
You're guessing 5, okay. What do you think, Yanni?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I'm sorry, it's 11.
Oh, dang.
11! It is
Wow.
a massive country.
Oh my
11
gosh.
time zones.
What a nightmare.
I know,
That's
right?
a lot of coordinating.
You got family
Sorry,
on
Yanni.
one side, you're calling them in the middle of the night. I know.
Wow.
That's okay. Here we go. Destiny, you're up. What country is famous, or I'm sorry, what country is the famous Stonehenge monument located in? Is it A, Scotland, B, Ireland, C, England, or D, France?
B, England?
C, England is correct.
Wow.
Yes, that is correct.
Great job. Good
All
job.
right, Yanni, your final question. What city are you in if you are visiting the world's largest fish
I
market?
thought that was the end of the question. What city are you in right now?
What city are you in right now? No, that's not. No. What city are you in if you're visiting the world's largest fish market? Is it A, Seattle, B, Dubai, C, Beijing, or D, Tokyo?
I'm gonna go with Tokyo.
Tokyo is correct. Yes.
Oh, very
The
nice.
market, I think it's pronounced Tsukiji. I'm butchering
One of
that.
those.
In Tokyo, deals 2,000 tons of fish every single
So
day.
much
Every single day.
Every
oh,
day.
Wow.
But Yanni, thank you so much for joining us. But Destiny comes in getting all of her answers correct. The big winner right there. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today on Pop Quiz. Hope you had fun. I hope you got some of the answers right. And if you want to enter for a chance to win some fun prizes, head to fox13seattle.com/contest.
Oh, that was so fun.
What do we
great.
What do we have coming up
All
here
right,
next?
get
you guys?
excited because we are learning to make some delicious drinks from Astra Hotel's rooftop bar, Altitude Sky Lounge.
You know, I think it's probably 5 o'clock in Russia somewhere.
Somewhere.
We've got 11 times.
One of those places. All right, we're also eating some pimento cheese. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta
It is time for Seattle Sips, where we highlight delicious drinks in our area.
Altitude Sky Lounge is a rooftop bar in the new Astra Hotel.
Yeah, and today we're actually joined by Daniel Torres and Chef Kaylin. Say your last name for me.
Schramke.
Schramke. I will remember that forever. And they are with Altitude Sky Lounge. Welcome, welcome, guys.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming
Thank
in.
you.
So happy to have you here. So Altitude Sky Lounge, part of the Astra Hotel, which recently opened not too far from here, South Lake Union. Yeah, so tell us about the space and the new rooftop bar.
It's an amazing space. It's a tech-forward hotel. It's all brand new. The rooftop bar is really impressive. It's got a great combination of indoor-outdoor space, full Space Needle view. You can see the Olympics on a clear day.
Ooh,
and kind of everything gets a pretty similar view, too, so you're not fighting for that good seat. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Amazing, yeah.
And what kind of food and drinks do you guys have?
So for food, we're doing charcuterie focused, small bites, dips, that kind of thing. Drinks, Danny, we got.
Drink-wise, we're kind of experimental, cool new mixology stuff.
So you're really you're trying to embrace like the younger crowd here, probably, Ben, right? Or is it a little bit of everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Us moms that want to go
We're
for
young.
a night out
We're
will
talking-
also like it.
I'm talking about us.
Oh, we're cool. Okay, I got
cool
to.
and young and hip.
I got to.
You're cool if you like good whiskey, which you definitely have.
Ooh,
so
then I'm the coolest around,
Yeah,
my
there
friend.
All right.
Off the rails.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Let's get, speaking of whiskey, let's get to what we're making today. What are we making today?
So this is a drink on our menu. It's called the Altitude 151. It's going to be a riff on an old fashioned, very spirit forward, Very, very spirit forward. There's gonna be no sugar added to this, no juice, nothing. It's all booze.
I love it.
So we do a split base of rye, scotch, some honey and scotch liqueur, and a cherry liqueur.
Okay.
Very nice.
So I'm huge into old fashions. That's like the drink I make at home all the time. How is this different than a normal old fashioned? Other than the fact it doesn't have sugar in it.
Yeah, so all the sugar is going to be coming from the liqueurs.
Okay.
That's where we're getting all of our spice notes. Any traditional elements that you would find in an old fashioned are going to be coming from these guys here.
And by the way, looking at these glasses here, you can see up front the big ice cubes.
That's how you know it's
Makes
good.
all the difference right there, the giant ice cubes.
Yeah. And I'm seeing a stamp that has the letter A on it.
Oh, yeah.
How does that work?
A for awesome.
That's right.
So this is really, really heavy, and it sucks literally the cold out of the ice. And
Oh, look at that.
So look at
It,
that.
it like sinks down. You put in there. Is that like heated or something? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
So high tech.
I don't want it to melt the whole ice cube. Is that good?
Yeah, we'll let it go for a little bit.
That is amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
and now there's a very, very
Cute
fancy
thing
nice.
there.
That's awesome.
Can I show this to our camera?
Yeah.
This is so cool. Well, it's upside down.
There we go.
There it is.
Look at this.
There it is.
Yay.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I'll
A.
twist it. There
I
we
love
go.
it.
There's the
Who's
A.
that? So cool.
That's awesome.
You can't get Carly's finger in your ice at home, though, guys.
Unless you want to. So you put some ice in there.
Yeah, now we just stir it up, and this is just a traditional spirit-forward cocktail.
Okay.
Stirred,
up,
not
chill it up.
shaken.
Stirred, not shaken, unless you're James Bond.
Yeah, that's right. Of course.
Unless you're that guy.
Oh, it smells so good. I can smell the different.
Are you using a bourbon for this, or what are we using whiskey-wise?
So we're using a double rye, High West double rye specifically. It's going to be a blend of 2 different ryes. Very high rye content on that guy. So that's where we're going to be getting a lot of our spice notes instead of using the bitters. A ton of just herbs and spice notes from this guy. Same with the Drambuie. Honey and scotch in there, tons of herbs and spice. Luxardo cherry liqueur, it's gonna be our cherry element. And then we're just cutting it with a little bit of a smoky, peaty scotch.
That's
All right.
excited to taste this.
Yeah, you guys are gonna dig
That
it for
is so
sure.
amazing.
I mean, is there anything cooler than ordering an old fashioned when you go somewhere?
No, you
No, I always feel like super classy when I do it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Very sophisticated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which you are. But
Yes,
people
that's
need to
right.
know from
As
your
we have
drink.
I feel like I should be
Can I
sitting
pass
around.
these down to our
Yeah.
friends here?
Absolutely.
One for you.
Is this the one
Thank
that
you,
Carly
thank
had her
you.
finger
No,
in?
that's
I'm kidding.
Carly's. That's Carly's.
I've got mine.
That's right.
You would be honored.
I would.
Yes. We would be honored.
There we go. Cheers. Let's see.
Ooh, and it smells beautiful.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Fabulous.
Yeah.
I love
Great
it.
old fashioned.
Hang on
And
by
so
the
you
fire.
also have a delicious pimento cheese dip. How do we make that?
Yes, we do. So this is a pretty simple thing to make. It's grated Beecher's flagship cheese. A lot of people use cheddar, but we use Beecher's because we're here in Seattle.
Beecher's is
Obviously, and that is a giant hunk of it, sir.
You know, there's really no such thing as too much cheese.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
not a thing. But
Look at that.
it's a very simple mix of that. I do a little cream cheese. Some people don't. Some people just do straight mayonnaise. But actually, cream cheese is traditional. So
Okay.
yeah.
Beautiful. Is this going to look orange like the pimento cheese I'm used to seeing? Or?
It will. So
Yeah?
the pimento peppers will add their color as they kind of mix in with the
What do we got
cheese
going
there.
on there? What's that?
So this is some house-made garlic aioli that we do. So like I said, traditionally you'd be cheddar and mayonnaise or something like that. We make our own in-house. And then I get that mixing around.
Now, while you're working on this, tell us about your robot butler.
We have a robot butler named Sparky. And
Sparky.
yeah.
Wait, hold up. Is this like a waiter that's a robot that goes around?
Well, he's not quite that, like, he doesn't have arms, but, so, you know, if you have that in your head. But he's pretty cool. What he is he's got a whole map of the hotel in his head. He can use the elevators. He knows where everything is. So we can send amenities to people's rooms. We can send drinks to a table.
Wow.
He does little interactions and dances with people. It's pretty fun, yeah.
I bet little kids love that.
It's,
I
yeah,
mean,
little
adults too, but definitely kids kids.
It's like the fun extra, you know?
It's like the Jetsons come to life,
Exactly.
right?
Very much like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So here we're getting that orange a little bit that you're talking about. We're
Yeah,
starting to
there
get
it is.
And then you have like
Beautiful.
crackers and chips. Do you guys make these, or how do these come?
We do.
to
We
be?
have our own program in house. We make all our crackers. We make all our chips. Our chips are seasoned with a little za'atar. So
very nice.
that's
I
sumac.
may have
and-
sampled one a little bit
He
earlier.
has been
One or
eating
two.
them since before this segment started,
Really good.
everybody.
How can you not eat a chip if it's in front
That
of
is
you?
absolutely true, my
You know?
friend.
Real
Wow,
talk
that's
there.
beautiful.
Awesome. So we're getting there with that. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and onion powder, cayenne pepper, and then white pepper as well.
That is beautiful.
Yep.
I cannot wait to try this, everybody. It looks amazing. Wow.
And if somebody doesn't want something that's in that dip, are you guys a fan of people modifying things at all?
You know, I'm always happy to do whatever
Yeah.
I can for anybody.
Oh,
If we
beautiful.
can,
That's
if we can
awesome.
do it, we will. You know,
Okay.
you know, not everything in the world is
Yeah,
possible,
yeah.
but most things are.
That's awesome.
And we try our best to accommodate.
Sweet.
So.
All right, here we go.
A little bit of that.
Excited.
This looks good.
It
This
does
is
look
very
really
healthy
good.
too, right?
Oh, super healthy. Yeah. Definitely.
I think it might be 0 calories.
Yeah, 0 calories.
Carb-free for sure.
Borda cardiology recommended. all that.
If
So,
only, wouldn't that be nice?
Right?
But you know what? Delicious drinks and little snacks like this on that beautiful rooftop. Talk about a dream day, especially in the summer.
That's a vibe.
I feel
Yeah.
like I have
It's a
my
vibe.
plans
You
ready.
guys have fire
And
out
like
there?
getting the view of the Space Needle never gets old.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Every day I see it, I get excited.
It really doesn't. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's gorgeous when the weather's nice, especially
Mm-hmm.
now. Starting to see those sunny days. That's a little bit of our golden beet dip. It's golden beet
Ooh,
yogurt, and
yummy.
we make that at the restaurant as well.
I didn't even know golden beets were a thing, and I'm really excited to try it.
Yeah,
This is
really
good.
It's really good.
Brian doesn't even know he's on the shot right now. He's just like, this is so good. Oh my
thank
goodness,
you so
thank you for
much.
making
Yeah, of
this.
course.
I'm a
how's the
fan
beet
of
dip?
this. You guys should try this
Here,
one
let me
too.
try it. And this is vegetarian, vegan?
It's not vegan, but it is vegetarian.
Awesome.
It's a yogurt base with a little bit of honey and house roasted golden beets.
I love it.
Yeah.
So good. So
Yeah.
many good
Absolutely.
options.
Wow.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, again, we want to thank you both for coming. It has been a wonderful experience. Thank you for laughing with us. I think it's our favorite thing to do here, isn't it? Of course. And we do have more information on Altitude Sky Lounge on our website. That is fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Go out, make today the best day ever, and we'll see you tomorrow. Friday, baby. Bye.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all